say that, I don't know, maybe the crisis is near its end when the fraud is exposed. We'll see. More to come. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Black Spring with Autumn on your Thursday evening / afternoon, whichever one comes first. And so I'm here and I'm going to be bringing you just a few stories. And of course, I have some imagery or some video clips to share with you. And it looks like we have one of your favorite mayors is back again. And I don't know, it just seems that we're surrounded by food, bribery, freedoms everywhere. And before we get started, we'll do our usual business, and we'll give it thanks to our loyal patrons and subscribers, as well as the viewers like you. I will be right back. Hey guys, it's Black Spring with Autumn here. And if you'd like to help us out with our AI and dissemination of the stream campaign, please hit that like, unlike, dare to throw caution to the wind by sharing, or just making sure that you're still subscribed to the channel. And I want to thank you for your ultimate and baseline level support here on Black Spring with Autumn. And we'll be right back right after this. This show is brought to you in part by our sponsors. Whether you're interested in health, culture, politics, scripture, automobiles, or music, please check out Derek C. Williams, Killer Whale Channels, The Definition of Anarchy, Marcy T., Joseph Francis Burton, Paralysis by Analysis, Chrysler Imperial H, Little Miss Goth, AZ Infidel, Cold War Jesus, Anthony Scioli, and Let the Truth Be Told. We'll be right back right after this. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. And I want to say hello to the chat room. Hello to Tyrant's Bane TDOA. Thank you so much for coming in and for supporting the channel. And hello to Predem. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. And we do have some imagery for you. And we're kind of entitling this one, Shake It Up. I probably shook it up a little bit on the last stream, but we'll shake it up just a little bit more. But we can put a face on your favorite mayor, and we'll see how he shakes it up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So I want to tell you what's what's on tap for today. And maybe you've heard about it, maybe you haven't, but I opened up, I was, kind of, maybe I was doing a little bit of assertion on the opening here when I talked about, is there a chance or is it safe to say when the fraud is exposed, the crisis ends or it loses its steam? That was kind of the ilk or the direction that I was going in. And what if that comes complete with the PPE loan investigations and scandals? Uh, Perhaps it could maybe come about with you know the PPE loans were secured, maybe even under names of businesses that were closed. I mean, you know, some strange things come this way, but it happens. And hello to alien believers. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. And also, as always, I want to thank you guys so much for choosing Black Spring with Autumn, because I always say you do have choices out here. I mean, I say all the time you could have chosen any place to be, but you chose to be here, or you could have chosen any place for bun and lettuce, but you chose this one. And I thank you very much for doing that. So thank you so much and welcome in. So let me give you a little bit of a brief on what we're doing today. We're going to talk just a little bit briefly. We're going to have a look at some more. I don't know. This is kind of pathetic. It's kind of pathetic and it's kind of gross. And I've kind of labeled the Mayor Yum Yum de Blasio. Um, I don't know. He's totally mowing on. He wants to wrap you up in his in his mow on the and encourage you to come out and get some freedoms in New York City. I guess not just for the time being, but for the summer. They're pushing fast food and all the things. And you'll see what's surrounding this. So we're going to probably get into that first. I don't, maybe you guys saw it today, maybe you didn't, but it's pretty it's it's pretty gross. But that's what we can expect, I guess. Also, it looks like even with Joe Biden's announcement or his, dare I say, declaration, looks like the mask mandates, according to Northam, Virginia, the mask mandates are to stay in place despite the CDC guidelines. So, you won't be getting any breaks over there. However, we also have a story coming out on that Maricopa situation. Looks like the Maricopa County deleted entire databases. I have a report on that prior to turning over equipment for the audit. So we'll see what that looks like. So that's pretty much that's the bit of the entree of today's stream. So I appreciate you guys so much for coming in. And Marcy T is here. Hi, Marcy T. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. And we're going to get started. So I thought we'd get started with Mayor Yum Yum. And we'll start that up first. But before we do that, last night I had an entire smorgasbord of freedoms for you, from all over the country, everything from White Castle to, I don't know, what is it? Junior's restaurant, where you can get your cupcake sized cheesecake. So, you're going to be fat and whatever over the summer, I guess, or through until it ends, and they don't specify many of these promotions. I'm sorry to tell you, some of them have already gone off. Maybe the Sam Adams was one of the surviving, the surviving brew, dare I say, surviving brew. Yes, the surviving brew, I think, may have been the Sam Adams. So, check out that little Thrillist.com and you might find out where you can get those free items, if that's what you do. But we're going to go on over right now and most of this, I will be watching it with you, for some of it for the first time. So Hi, Marcy T. Marcy T says, I'm 3 hours ahead of you. Go to bed early. Oh, no worries, Marcy T. I appreciate you for coming in and for all your support. Thank you so much for being one of our patrons and supporters around here. So hello, Michelle. Thank you so much for coming in. All right, so let's go ahead and see what de Blasio's mowing on. Yeah, get your get your napkins ready, get your cleanup supplies. All right, so I'm going to give you full scale on this because I know you would have it no other way. Okay, so I'm going to give you some full scale on this, and this is entitled Mayor Bill de Blasio Holds Media Availability. All right, so here we go.
And he is generously joining into this incentive effort, and I welcome him. My pleasure to introduce CEO Randy Garutti. And we are going to have a live correspondent this morning talk about this, and from a site that means a lot to all of us as New Yorkers, because one thing I think that does unite New Yorkers is a love of Shake Shack. So live from the original Shake Shack location in Madison Square Park, the CEO of Shake Shack, and he is generously joining into this incentive effort, and I welcome him. My pleasure to introduce CEO Randy Garutti. Welcome, Randy.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor. Good morning, New Yorkers. I'm Randy Garutti, the CEO of Shake Shack, and we are here live in Madison Square Park at the original Shack. 20 years ago, this Shack was born as a humble New York City hot dog cart to raise a little money for this park. And even today, all of our rent goes directly to paying for this, some of our most underserved communities here in New York. When you get your vaccine over this next few days, we're going to get you with a free Shack Burger card every time you get your vaccine. Even better than that, our 25 Shacks around New York City. Anytime you go for the next month, you're there grabbing your burger, your chicken sandwich, show us your vaccine card. We'll get you a free fries on us to say thank you. We are so excited. We love this city. We live here too. And we're going to get back. Get your vax, get your Shack, and let's gather up as a community again. The Shake Shack team is here for you in New York. We'll see you soon all around New York City and Shack.
Thank you so much, Randy. Thank you to the whole Shake Shack team. This is really going to help us out. And did you say free fries when you get vaccinated? I got vaccinated. You're saying I could get this? These delicious fries? Wait a minute. But there's also a burger element to this? Let me check with Bill Neidhart. Is it too early in the day to eat a burger? No. This could be breakfast? Okay. I want you to look at this and think about, again, some people love hamburgers, some don't. Really want to respect all ways of life. But if this is appealing to you, just think of this when you think of vaccination. Vaccination. I'm getting a very good feeling about vaccination right this moment. Thank you to Randy Garutti and, of course, Danny Meyer, who's doing so much to help us with the recovery, and the entire team. I've got to finish chewing for a moment. I think that would be more dignified, don't you think? Yeah. So, everyone, we're going to keep rolling out incentives. We're going to keep making it easy. We're going to keep making it fun. We really, really need to get everyone vaccinated. So keep watching, keep joining in. Choose the thing you love, choose the incentive that moves you, and come on out and get vaccinated. Okay, now, this is pretty good, but we will now go even higher up the vaccination scale here. I've said that one of the great reasons to go out and get vaccinated is bring the city back, full reopening, and let's have something historic and amazing. The summer of New York City, a summer of joy, a summer of culture, a summer of energy. We can do this. And one of the things you're going to see in New York City this summer is live music everywhere. It's going to be a big part of what gives us energy, what gives us hope. I am very proud to say that two of our biggest Music festivals, outdoor festivals are making a major comeback this year, 2021, New York City. Global Citizen Live will be back, and the Governor's Ball at Citi Field will be back. And that is a very big deal. So here's the latest incentive deal. If you get vaccinated, you have an opportunity to win free tickets to these amazing music festivals. These are, literally people wait all year for the opportunity to enjoy these festivals. And here's your chance. So get vaccinated, get a ticket, get out there and enjoy something amazing. Now, to hear about what this means, one of the artists who will be performing at the Governor's Ball. I love all musicians, but I particularly love musicians who are true New Yorkers, in this case, a true Brooklynite. And she has done amazing work. I am particularly moved by one of her best known songs, 1950, which is absolutely just enchanting and mesmerizing. And she is a great songwriter, singer, musician in every way. My great pleasure to introduce King Princess.
What's up, Mr. Mayor?
How you doing?
So, I'm doing good, man. I'm really, really excited to be a part of live music.
Okay, guys, I just had to pause there. Okay, so is that killing you? He mentioned a couple of things there. He mentioned a couple of things there. So, of course, while he's mowing and carrying on, he mentions the word dignified and respect. Do those two things belong together with a side of sauce? I mean, you guys can decide on that. So he says they're going to keep rolling out incentives and making it fun. So I don't know. What do you guys think about? What do you guys think about this? I'm seeing some comments in the chat right now, so I'm going to go into those. Some of you guys are dazzling me with the one-worders. Oh, hello, Michelle. It's bizarre. Okay, we're not. I won't go there. And Tired Spain TDOA says the free hokey pokey that'll turn yourself around. Yeah, and Marcy T says like we are pigeons. I mean, and Marcy T says also this is unreal. That's what I thought. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I mean, New York. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys like Shake Shack? Shake Shack is in the airport in JFK. I know Shake Shack is there. But see, with that said, he opened right up. He automatically opened up, trying to appeal to the poor, the CEO there, saying, "Oh, we're here and we're in some of the most underserved communities." So there again, who do you think he's talking to? King Princess here, or oxymoron, or whatever it is, conundrum princess, or whatever, conundrum kings. I don't know. It's a bit much. Marcy T has a choke. Oh gosh. So yeah, a little bizarro land. And Tyrant's Bane TD Oasis, quite a few carrots. Yeah, non-stop. Okay, so look, you stupid fools here. So what else? Have you got he's bringing the Harlem Shake to us. See, that to the people of New York, it says how people have been doing the quote Harlem Shake and quote since getting this hokey pokey, or how many have gone to quote sleep. Yikes. I don't know. You got to bring your own stats. Bring your own stats to the party. You really do. But I just thought it was just so, I mean, what is it with people getting on the airwaves or on national TV and scarfing down, animal style, fries and burgers, and just, I don't know. Are we really that, are we really that, I don't know. It's just flakes. It's like, it's just, they're attaching everything to some type of, we talked about the other night, they're attaching like this is some type of culture or this is some type of club, you know, you're going to be with the in crowd or you're not, you know, it's almost like, what did I hear saying not too long ago? Something about if you always follow the crowd, you'll be lost. And I think people are, you know, a lot of people have, they didn't just get lost. They've been lost for a long time. So in this case, you know, they're just picking the best, you know, they're just trying to find the best person to keep following because they've been lost for so long. All they can do at some point, that's all you can do is keep following other people around when you have nothing else to draw on. You have no compass, you have no direction, you have no mental armory, you have nothing, no perspective. You're just following people around, being led around by the nose. So for those of you that are in New York, I don't know, is anybody from New York in here? I think is Rachel Van Ziel out there. I think maybe Rachel's from New York. But however, I'm just thinking it's almost like they're pretending like nothing has happened. I mean, as if they haven't devastated this leadership has devastated their own city. I mean, last time I saw New York, it was quite boarded up and people were getting out of there. So you see, it's like it's freebie and bribes going on. Freebies, bribes. So how far are we from them saying, oh, by the way, everything's free. After everybody gets vaccinated, everything in America will be free. How long before that? I mean, do you think do you think that's a little too hyperbolic? I mean, we're going to take care of you. You know, we're going to take care of you. All of you. Then you'll be close to being told you're already being told what to eat. You know, there's plenty of innuendo out there. There's plenty of promotion for less meat, whether you're getting it from Gates or the Schwabs or whoever. You're getting a lot of preview of what they want to happen. So let me keep going here. Michelle says, LOL. Marcy T says, I mean, win the lotto, be a millionaire, free college. Yeah, I can't remember. Was that Ohio? I think it was was it Ohio that they were trying to do? There was a lottery, I believe. They were trying to give like $1 million or something. It's just, have you, like, maybe I'll watch the Hunger Games this weekend. What do you guys think? Is this, I mean, because people keep kind of drawing it down to that, and they're drawing some level of parallel down to the Hunger Games. So I'm just thinking maybe I should just watch the Hunger Games and see what that looks like. There was a preview, of course. What was it during the inaugural event? It looks like, what was it? Gaga was wearing something that was a replica of the Hunger Games. So it was almost like, you know, it looks like, I remember at least that little part, you know, like just call everybody into the square and issue the charge, or, you know, what is it? May the odds be in your favor, something like that. But it just seems like, you know, we're in the movie now. We're literally, the movie has caught up to us, to our reality. It just seems, you know, they've been writing the script for a long time, and now we've joined the cast. We're officially a part of the cast. We're in the model. Is anybody? I'm going back too far. You guys remember what is it? Beetlejuice. Everything about proof about life and death and all of it was just conspiracy, until they became a part of the model. You know, until after, you know, their little transition that, you know, they realized, oh, we're in the movie now. Yeah, sorry about that. The ambient noise was not very nice. However, thank you guys so much for tuning in. So yeah, I thought that was, I don't know. I don't know which was funnier or more gross, the Thrillist.com list of items that you could get, or was it this? So thank you guys so much. Let me read a comment here from, okay, Michelle confirms that was Ohio. And Michelle also says, does anyone have a map of the Agenda 2021 districts? I don't know. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, specifically 2021 districts? No, I don't know. I'm familiar with the 2030, and I'm going to be honest, it's almost like that they've switched institutions. It's almost like even the UN it's almost like they've shifted their location, or their direction, I think, is coming more from the World Economic Forum, and that would be Schwab. And it's also, I found it ironic that we had this attack. We talked about this before. I got a clip for you right now that I've played before, but it's like, I've been waiting for it, but it just sounds like this is what's happened, or what's already happened. You guys are familiar with this pipeline situation. So let me just play this little clip for you. And it's really a creepy voice, but to me, it's two of the most influential people right now. So here we go.
The third greatest concern for companies surveyed is the increase of cyber attacks. We all know, but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack.
Most of the work we're going to do to be ready for pandemic 2, I call this pandemic 1, most of the work we'll do to be ready for that are also the things we need to do to minimize the threat of bioterrorism. So we, we'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time. So we, we'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time.
Is that killing you? I better not use that on here. But yeah, so that was at Klaus Schwab. And then that was, of course, Air Gates on the other side. But, it's pretty dark. It's pretty creepy. But that's the World Economic Forum's founder, Schwab. And, of course, there's Gates. And Gates looks like he's in a bit of a pickle right now. But I think some things, who knows what's going to come out. It looks like I'll get into that another time. We won't go into Gates and the mess. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Let me read a couple of comments here. And Michelle says, I just heard about that map today. That's why I asked. No, Michelle, that would be great. I have not, I haven't heard about that at all. I don't know, maybe I'll look it up for all, for these purposes, Thank you for sharing that. I'll look it up. And what do we have? You Stupid Foo says Bill Gates of Hades. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move us on to the next bus stop, if you will. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. And Pre-Dem says a plandemic. All right, so we're going to go on to the to our next little segment here, and I'll get you guys rid of king, princess, or whatever, all that confusion. Okay, we'll get you past that. But yeah, I talked about earlier that I heard some rumors about there being a study, or some people are being under investigation, unfortunately, due to the Paycheck Protection Program loans. And there's actually a site, I guess you could plug in your city, and you'll be surprised at the names of people that are on there and the funding that they took on. And it's very interesting times. So I don't know. I think I just see things getting messier. So let's go on over to Virginia, to Northam's mask mandate to stay in place despite the CDC guidelines. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Luciano, you just missed. Thank you so much for coming in. We're going to go over to the mask mandates continuing ad infinitum, courtesy of Governor Northam, and we just finished de Blasio Mal-Anon Shake Shack out of New York. So you're going to get, when you get your mocktail, they're going to show your mocktail card, and you can get. Did he say, was it just fries, or Was the burger a part of the deal? I don't know. It was pretty juicy. I don't know. Marcy T says she just found it on Google. So you said there's a U.S. district, a 2021. Let me see. Michelle, you had it. You said it's a 2020 Agenda 2021 districts. Okay. Agenda 2021 districts. So we'll make note to that. Note to self. So you guys have found a map. Okay. Well, that's interesting enough. I'm making a note. All right. Thank you so much, Michelle. And thank you so much, Marcy T. Luciano. Free burger fries. Okay, you know what? Because some people are just coming in, I'm just going to play that back just a second, just a piece of it back. I just want to see. So those of you that are coming in, we're just looking at all the bribes and the freebies and the freedoms they've got for you. Looks like you got a mocktail and a side of fries, and it's you know what? This guy is making a complete fool of himself. I think that's probably my motivation more than anything for rewinding it back. So just a little bit. And remember, you got to serve the communities, the underserved communities with Shake Shack. Flash your card and you'll get served in the most underserved communities.
Your chicken sandwich, show us your vaccine card. We'll get you free fries on us to say thank you. We are so excited. We love this city. We live here too. And we're going to get back. Get your vax, get your Shack, and let's gather up as a community again. The Shake Shack team is here for you in New York. We'll see you soon all around New York City and Shack.
Thank you so much, Randy. Thank you to the whole Shake Shack team. This is really going to help us out. And did you say free fries when you get vaccinated? I got vaccinated. You're saying I could get this? These delicious fries? Wait a minute. But there's also a burger element to this? Let me check with Bill Neidhart. Is it too early in the day to eat a burger? No. This could be breakfast? Okay. I want you to look at this and think about, again, some people love hamburgers, some don't. Really want to respect all ways of life. But if this is appealing to you, just think of this when you think of vaccination. Vaccination. I'm getting a very good feeling about vaccination right this moment. Thank you to Randy Garutti and, of course, Danny Meyer, who's doing so much to help us with the recovery, and the entire team. I've got to finish chewing for a moment. I think that would be more dignified, don't you think?
Okay, now that's where I draw the line. He said that's where it'll be more dignified if he stops right there with the side of fries. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. So Luciano, that's kind of the gist of where we are. We're looking at fries and de Blasio right now, but we're going to move on to another. We're going to move on to another head of state, so to speak, and that would be Northam out of Virginia. So we're going to go over to that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and for humoring me on with a side of fries and shaking it up with me on your Thursday. I really appreciate it. Let me read this comment. We're going to go on over to the to Northam and see what he's doing. De Blasio didn't get the mocktail. He's lying off his again. Okay. All right. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and for all your patience. And if you guys want, I'll drop this in. This is what is it? Stranger than, truth is stranger than fiction. I would not believed anybody if they had told me that this guy was on here carrying on like this. However, we're going to go on to our next stop. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. If you have not had an opportunity to hit the like button, you will, of course, have an opportunity to do so before the close of the stream, as always. So thank you so much. Luciano says that the real mocktail is taking people out to lunch left and right. And this dude would be, he would be hooked up, right? I got it. I'm tracking. And he says, whatever happened to Krispy Kreme donuts? You know, we had that on the Thrillist.com last night. You can get a donut every day. I think there were certain locations. Maybe I'll put that out there. You know, everything. There's no healthy foods, by the way. There's no gym promotions. There was maybe a probiotic or something like that. But that's probably the gist of it. Because what is it? Fat is always cheap, right? I learned that. I think I did. I really did. Okay, so we're going to go over to Virginia and let you see what Northam and Virginia, the Virginia mask mandates, which are going to stay in place despite the CDC. Okay, so just give me a second here. I may have some audio and some imagery for you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're just a little bit laggy around here, but you know, that's what happens. It happens sometimes. And Pre-Dem says, in my country, they are offering money to take. Yeah, same. Yeah, it's getting real. All right, so hang on a second. I'm still a little buffery, a little laggy. Okay, now I'm behind. Okay. All right, let's get the coverage going here. Come on, you can do it. Close this one. Sorry for the delay there.
Don't drive
You also
buzzed.
have to wear a mask in crowded indoor settings like bus.
All right.
No longer have to wear masks indoors in most places. I'm Juan Condi. The goal is reopening places like workplaces and schools. You will still have to wear a mask in crowded indoor settings like buses, planes, hospitals. Guidance for stores still unclear. There is confusion tonight about what this means here in Virginia. 8 News reporter Ben Dennis joins us live now with the details. Ben?
Hey there, Juan. The response from the governor's office this afternoon has been mixed, but what we know is for now, at least, Virginia's mask guidance will still remain in effect, even though the CDC put out some of their own just this afternoon. So what does this mean for the Commonwealth? Well, we are told that Virginia is working on updated mask guidance, but that's likely not coming today. So we asked why. Well, the governor's office says they're still working through the CDC's guidance. No word if they were or were not briefed by the CDC before their announcement. In Virginia, everyone over the age of 5 has to wear a mask indoors, and people should wear them while at work inside as well. That's still what is currently in effect. Let's also not forget on Saturday, the 15th, social restrictions in Virginia actually roll back, allowing more people at sporting events, entertainment venues, and other gatherings. Now, while the governor's office has not yet explained what the CDC's guidance may mean for Virginia, this does appear that America is reaching a milestone, finally getting past this pandemic. In Capitol Square, Ben Dennis, 8 News.
All right, guys. So thank you so much. So there you had a little bit of an update from the Commonwealth, as they call it. You know, I'm not from those parts, so I don't speak Commonwealth. However,
childhood.
All right, so you did get all the remarks in on that one, but I do want to talk a little bit about this, the specifics, where it talks about a spokesperson from the governor's office said that they are, quote, in the process of aligning state guidance with federal policy, end quote. They said this was a big shift on the federal level, and the office hopes to have updates on the state policy soon. So, but do you see that this is the way this is? The procedure, the consistency in this whole bit has not been, there's no consistency. The only thing consistent is inconsistency in this whole, from the whole, 15 days to stop the spread. And now we have a president who says, well, originally he said, oh, well, you know, there's not going to be a federal mandate, but well, you know what, we'll just let the private sector do the dirty work. So I'm just thinking, who exactly is in charge here? Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down, or is it just, was it just me? I'm saying it's not very convincing. Marcy T says, order out of chaos. Marcy T says bribes for Jabberjaws. Yes, if you guys could hit that like button, it's looking a little anemic by half. So if you're here joining us, of course, we love having you here, but, help us out with the AI, if we can kind of, feed the AI a little bit and they'll love us back somehow. I don't know. Maybe that's not a good word to use. Bit of a risk there. RCT says jive. So yeah, so that's where the Commonwealth is on the situation. So we've taken you to the Commonwealth, we've taken you to de Blasio, and now I want to shift gears. But before I do that, I'm going to give us a little short break here. And we'll say thanks to our patrons, our subscribers, and our viewers like yourself. And I'll be right back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And also, if you're over on Twitch, I want to thank you so much for tuning in over there. And also, if you're on the tweeters or the Twitters, I'm over there as well. I'm there, not sure how long, but it's Black Spring, but it's at Real Black Spring. The username is at Real Black Spring. So yeah, you can find us over there. So I'll be right back right after this. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. Yes, of course, Newsom is still there. Last night, we got into just a little bit on Newsom. And of course, he's got tons of bribes for you, along with, stimulus money, probably some freebies. But it's the same kind of a thing. It's like, do we have no memory of what just happened here? We have, California was very much in the red to the tune of about $52 billion. All of a sudden there's some type of surplus. I mean, where does that come from? He's also figured out a way to give money to he's got the $75,000 cap, as well as money for illegals, and also money per child, $500 per child or something like that. So it's kind of incredible how you go from a huge deficit and looking for bailouts to now you have money to just give out. And probably the other thing he was saying he wanted to do was he wants to back pay rent, which I'm just thinking, like, what alternative universe are you tuned to right now? Just go to the beach and see the people, the newly homeless. I don't know if that's a fair shake, but people that are newly homeless, they've already lost the battle, okay? They already have. And they have been living in their car at the beach, in their new cars at the beach. And the cops, luckily, they're still hanging around. They haven't gone in and cleared out the parking lots. So, it's pretty gross. I tell you, it's no man's land. Thank you, Luciano, who says nice mug. And I mentioned a guy that, I honestly, Daniel Mercury is a guy that's running. He probably has a nice resume, but I just don't know how much weight that's going to hold around here. He has a nice resume. He's ex-Navy. He's got a lot of credentials along with that. But I know he's running. I think Kevin Faulconer is running. Previous mayor of San Diego was running. There's tons of people that are running. I think, was it Major Williams is running? I don't know. It's Caitlyn Jenner. I mean, I don't know. It's just going to be a circus, for a while. I don't know who else is running. I heard some rumors at one time about Larry Elder running. I'm not sure if he's running, but of course, it's exhausting just a little bit. But you'll see what comes along in the months to come. So I think that election is going to be November. So we'll see what all he pulls out. What else he'll pull out. They want to, we're going to save the day. After all of the damage. Yeah, so they're you're making us, they're propping themselves up for roaring back, and yeah. See, they will never concede that they contributed to the unemployment numbers. That's something that was in the rents, this week. I mean, there's plenty of restaurants in SoCal that have closed for the last time. They're not coming back, Mr. Newsom. They're not. So, it's delusion. Like, why do we all have to live in the same delusion as they do? Why? Can you guys help me out with that? But I'm going to move us on. And thank you guys so much for tuning into this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. And Marcy T says, Creepland gender. Oh my gosh. And then Luciano says, is it POS? Tom Wolf is still there? Still here? I don't know. I don't know. I'm telling you, at this point, I have to take these people in small dosages because I'm having to, I will not be a part of the circus. Not much longer. So, but I try to keep up as best I can, as much as I can tolerate it. It's a lot. And Luciano says, I heard Caitlin Bruce could be a sleeper considering the fake media hasn't attacked him/her, yet makes me very suspicious. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I would like to look up the 2021 districts. That's very interesting. Thank you for sharing that. All right, so we have another little bombshell, which I think the media really wants to keep a lid on this one. It's going to be it's a breaking story out of Maricopa County. Deleted entire databases prior to turning over equipment to audit. So we're going to get into that. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to be sharing the screen with you. And yes, if you haven't had an opportunity to hit the like button, it will be greatly appreciated because we're hanging on around here. But I didn't say that, that it's a healthy hang on. We just need all the hang on help we can get at times. All right. So we're going to get going with that next story here. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know what's happening in your guys' area. Are they sharing all the freebies and propping them up for you guys in your neck of the woods? All right, I'm going to give you full screen here. You can tell me about that after this. Okay, so here we are. This is coming out of creativedestructionmedia.com. Breaking: Maricopa County deleted entire database 10 days prior to turning over equipment to audit. Yikes. All right, let's see what this is about. All right, Maricopa County deleted entire databases prior to turning over the EE to the AZ Senate for the forensic audit now occurring. The Senate President Karen Fain today sent a letter to the county's elections board for an explanation letter. The letter can be seen here. All right, let's see if we can get it to go give it a whirl here. All right, so I had to download it. All right, I'm going to open that up, and I may have to plug that into, it's definitely got a little bit of length to it, but let's just see the gist of it. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put this link in the stream. I'll just read this. It won't be a tag along per se, but so I'll try to, maybe I can try to share that screen. I don't know. A little bit wonky. So I'm just going to read this and I'll put this in the link in the stream for you guys. All right. Tricky. She says, as a gift, yes, 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 without a doubt. Okay, according to this is the Arizona State Senate. Dear Chairman Sellers, I am writing to seek your assistance and cooperation in the resolution of 3 serious issues that have arisen in the course of the Senate's ongoing audit of the returns of the November 3rd, 2020 GE in Maricopa County. So I'm just going to read you just a little bit of the headings, and then I'll drop this in the link here. All right, and then you guys can do it at your own. You can download it for yourselves. I can probably flash this, but I have to just dig around a little bit. Ongoing non-compliance with the legislative subpoenas. Just briefly here, the first issue concerns Maricopa County's apparent intent to renege on its previous commitment to comply fully with legislative subpoenas issued on January 13th, 2021, which, as you know, Judge Thomason found were valid and enforceable. All right, the second heading is involving the chain of custody and ballot organization anomalies. As the audit has progressed, the Senate's contractors have become aware of apparent omissions, inconsistencies, and anomalies relating to the Maricopa County's handling, organization, and storage of the ballots. We hope you can assist us in understanding these issues, including specifically the following, which that list goes up to about five different sections. It breaks down the ballots, the type of ballot, batch, that kind of a bit. Number 3, deleted databases. We have recently discovered that this is what I'm on about, the entire, quote, database, end quote, directory from the D drive of the machine, quote, EMS primary, end quote, has been deleted. This removes election-related details that appear to have been covered by the subpoena. In addition, the main database for the election management systems, EMS software, quote, results tally and reporting, end quote, is not located anywhere on the EMS primary machine, even though all the EMS clients reference that machine as the location of the database. This suggests that the main database for all election-related data for the November 2020 GE has been removed. Can you please advise as to why these folders were deleted and whether there are any backups that may contain the deleted folders? I'm hopeful that we can constructively resolve these issues and questions without recourse to additional subpoenas or other compulsory process. To that end, I invite you and other officers or employees of Maricopa County to include officials in the election department who possess knowledge of it or information concerning the matters set forth above to a meeting in the Arizona State Capitol on Tuesday, May 18th, 2021 at 1:00 p.m. in hearing room 109. Chairman Peterson, former Secretary Bennett, and I will attend the meeting, which will be live streamed to the public. Please let me know at your earliest convenience whether you accept my invitation, and if so, which Maricopa County personnel will attend. Thank you for your cooperation on these important issues of public concern. Respectively, Karen Fain, President, Arizona State Senate. So I'll probably put that link, that you guys, if you guys can do the data analysis on that, do it at your own free will. But yeah, so that's kind of, that's a little bit sticky, right? And we'll see what happens with that. More reindeer games. So I'm going to drop this one in the link for you. And I try to just give you the bulk of that one because I didn't want to go into, the whole breakdown, the whole database on that one. All right. So let's see what else is in the article there. Okay. So yeah, they basically went into it. They went right into it. I jumped down after, giving you a little bit of the context on what was set up, but it looks like the third offense is what they're claiming they're looking for. They've made all kinds of accusations and, whatever. But yeah, so that's kind of, that's going to be the bulk of the program today. I'm sorry I had to subject you to de Blasio's mowing on a steak. I want to say steak and shake, but it's a Shake Shack burger and fries, So yeah, but I think they were trying to use the 1964, use the civil rights law of 64 to claim that these items were not secured. We talked about that previously. They were not secured, or they were in possession of this this Ninja company. A few nights ago, we talked about what they claimed the concerns were out of Maricopa, and that they were no longer in the possession of the state because they had been transferred to this private company, and that they weren't secured. And it's supposed to be, you're supposed to hold on to these things for up to 22 months after, an election. So, we'll keep following that, in the meanwhile, the media will just keep you distracted with other things. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. I really appreciate it. So yeah, there's much for you to chew on. And check out Thrillist. You'll see, you guys are interested in more fatty foods and cakes on a stick and glazed, deep fried donuts and glaze and, the whole bit. Trying to get you healthy for your mocktail. All right, Marcy T, I want to read a few comments that I have missed. All right, Michelle, I'd love to know how did you find us around here? Because I do a little bit of a shout out to my friends over in Texas, and I've done that for those of you that might be listening in replay or either on the audio platforms, the Breaker, the Google Play, or the Google, the Anchor, the Spotify's. So I'm going to read it right here. He says, I'm in San Antonio, Texas, and I do not watch television, nor do I watch the local news. So I couldn't tell you if they are or not, but I can tell you I know several people who have gotten the snake bite. Okay. Well, okay. It looks like you were answering somebody's question there. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And let me go back just a smidge more. Marcy T says that they sent masks in the mail, resident city, quote, gift, end quote, 2 spongy type masks. Shaking my oh my gosh, Marcy T, I'd love to see that. You guys can feel free to email me at blackspringwithautumn@gmail.com. Yeah, you can feel free to do that if you ever want to send anything. And in fact, somebody sent me something and I need to catch up with that. So thanks so much when you guys send me things. I really appreciate it. You guys always add to the flavor around here. And Marcy T says to shut up, mask up, and you will own nothing in life. Right. And that's courtesy of our friends at the World Economic Forum. They've told us, we were told. Luciano says those blue and white masks are made of material similar to asbestos. That is very observant, Luciano. I was thinking something similar, the same thing. Like old buildings and the rafters, or like warehouse installation. And Michelle says they could have done it for a donut for all I know. All right. Marcy T says, I don't watch news either unless someone's making fun of it. All right. Yeah, you guys are killing me. I really appreciate it. You did, Marcy T. That is most generous of you. I really appreciate it. So I'm thinking at some point, before the summer gets in and before I slow things down here quite a bit, and then I'll just be doing some random things until I get it settled again. But I'm trying to figure out, I'm going to try to bring a guest in. I got a couple of people in mind. I've got one in mind that I've been hesitant to bring in, but he's pretty humorous and he's pretty well known. So I'm not going to spill the beans. If I can do it, I'll do it, and I'll post it in plenty of time so that you guys can get in and not miss a beat. But I'm curious. I think it'd be fun to have this personality on the show. Yeah. So thank you so much, Michelle, for coming in. I really appreciate it. And I don't know. We'll see you guys around. I want to thank you guys, as always, for tuning in to this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. Let me see. I want to say hi to everybody. And thank you if you're over on Twitch. I really appreciate it. And as always, you guys are the best around here. I appreciate you for joining me on the Shake It Up. Guys, so I want to say salud to my friends, and then I'll do one round of thanks to you guys and shout out to you guys. Thank you so much, Marcy T, for all that you do and for bringing us for bringing us the real deal and flavor to the chat. And Michelle, thank you so much for coming in. I thank you so much. Welcome you here. I really appreciate it. And Tyrant Spain TDOA, thank you so much for all that you do and supporting the channel as well. We've got really great supporters and stripes and friends here. I really appreciate it. Also, we had Pre-Dem. Thank you so much, Pre-Dem, for coming in. I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry, I forgot. Where did you say you were, Pre-Dem? Yeah, I'm very curious about that. And who else do I have? Luciano. Luciano was here. Alien Believers was here. You Stupid Foo was here. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. Yeah. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to run a few infomercials and then we're going to get out of here. In fact, I think I'm going to, I think I will certainly go live tomorrow night. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to post that really early so that you guys can get in if you choose to come in. I'll try not to make it too late for those of you who may be on the East Coast. If I'm at Marcy T, I think you are on Marcy T, you're on the East Coast, I do believe. Yeah, because I think we were talking about White Castle and some of these franchises that are offering, free stuff. So I was thinking about that last night, but I haven't been to Michigan in a long time. I've been to Flint before, but Flint, I haven't been spent much time in Flint. The Flint airport, I guess. And then, I've been to Okemos. Was it Okemos? Yeah. Yeah. Okemos and out to Sleeping Bear Dunes and yeah, the whole nine there. And then what is it? The Mackinac Bridge, or I can't get the name right now. But I love it. I love it there. The fresh water is fantastic. It's good pontoon environment. All right, guys. So thank you so much. So we're going to go ahead and do hello, Mackinac Bridge. Yeah. That's it. John H. Roberts Sr. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah. Sleeping Bear Dunes. That place was, I was just stunned at that place the first time I went there. It's stunning. It's beautiful there. All right. So just really quickly here, I'm going to do a couple of thanks and we'll be right back. This show is brought to you in part by our sponsors. Whether you're interested in health, culture, politics, scripture, automobiles, or music, please check out Derek C. Williams, Killer Whale Channels, The Definition of Anarchy, Marcy T., Joseph Francis Burton, Paralysis by Analysis, Chrysler Imperial H, Little Miss Goth, AZ Infidel, Cold War Jesus, Anthony Scioli, and Let the Truth Be Told. We'll be right back
right after this.
All right, guys. And once again, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you for bringing a friend. I don't know, maybe we should start that. I mean, we should bring your friends, and maybe we can stir things up a little bit more each time. Also, I don't know, I don't have a virtual 100 calorie pack for you guys to come in and flash your Twitch card or your or your Twitter sub or Twitter follower card. But of course, thank you guys so much for coming in on the Shake It Up. All right, guys. So Marcy T thinks it's a great idea. Yeah. I think tomorrow night I will certainly open it up. So if you guys want to come up with your very own avatar, or you want to show your face on the screen, you're welcome to come up tomorrow. I'll give you guys 3 to 5 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, and we'll see what happens. So you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Thanks so much for sharing your time here. And I really appreciate it. Thank you, Marcy T. I appreciate you. You are most generous. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream in the comment section, on a video, a night Q, a moonlight stream, or maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'll post the time and try to get you guys to bed at a decent hour. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your Thursday.